Alright, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Key coming at y'all boys with a brand new video, and today we finna go ahead and get into this Lil Zay Osama. You feel me? Everybody thought he was finna be down for at least a 5, maybe 10, because where he got caught at, what he got caught with, and his record previously being caught up and having all these felonies and this, that, and the third on his record, in the worst state to get caught in. But some way, somehow he wiggled out. Everybody calling him a snitch, this, that, and the third, but we gotta see. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. And for this video, y'all see the title. Let's get right into it.
You know what? I ain't with no regular nigga. On my butter. We do it.
Don't play my graduation switchy on them. But Chicago is the different world.
On first grade, we'll guess like that.
Everybody got
No talking. No cap. No talking.
Switch game.
3 switches right here. And I put the bitch. That's just enough right there. That's enough. 1, 2, 3. That's enough.
The Glock switch has become a staple in hip hop, turning handguns into fully automatic hole punches. But a lot of misconceptions surround the switch, and in this video we'll be fully breaking it down.
Did y'all see that?
On November
150,
and
right?
In this video,
2017.
We'll be fully breaking it down.
That's a 10x increase in 4 years. And that's only what's recovered.
On November 7th, Chicago rapper Lil Zay Osama stood in front of a federal judge in Brooklyn, New York. It was sentencing day, and Zay had pled guilty back in May to 1 count of possession of a machine gun. On September 29th, 2022, an Uber driver picked up Zay and several associates from a hotel in Manhattan. The driver would notice Zay was holding a firearm during the ride. Dropping them off at a recording studio in Queens, the driver saw they left the gun in the vehicle, so the driver called the police.
I knew he left it in the car. I didn't know how he left it in the car. So you riding through New York, this, that, and the third, okay, you got your gun on you, you know what I'm saying, you being safe. But my nigga, how you forget your gun? You holding it in your hand. How you get out the car? You had your phone in your hand or something? What point? I want to see his face. What did you look like when you realized you left your switch in the car?
NYPD would locate the 40 caliber Glock 22 with a switch loaded with 1 round in the chamber and 9 more in the mag.
10 bullets?
When asked, the driver would identify Lil Zay Osama as the one who possessed it. This statement alone was enough to build a Fed case.
What's happening?
Put your hands behind your back.
What happened? We're gonna short it all up. We're gonna short it all up. What is going on? We're gonna short it all up. I'm the manager. I'm just he's being detained right now. So back up. I'm just.
You knew you left, bro. Look, if you know, you had to realize that when y'all got the way y'all was going, a gun was missing. Where it was missing at? You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second, y'all. But you should have known that you left your gun. So when the police come around, you thinking that don't nobody else know, what you thought? The Uber driver kept it for himself? These folk crazy.
You get my phone though?
Yeah, you got anything on you? I get his phone.
I'm on live, sir.
U.S. attorneys would submit a letter requesting to keep Zay in federal custody, labeling him a danger to society,
He said,
and even quoting some of his lyrics.
I hope this song don't. What's this? Danny Block. This Danny Block. I hope this song right here don't get in the hands of the feds. Hey, I just bought a brand new Glock with a 50 and a switch. I'm a real life threat. What he said? He said, I'm a real life threat.
Which stated, just got a brand new Glock with a 50 and a switch. The then 25-year-old had already been convicted of criminal trespassing, reckless conduct, 3 counts of robbery, aggravated battery, and aggravated discharge of a firearm. Zay would be held in custody and only released after paying a $350,000 bond. In January of 2024, he'd officially be indicted on 1 count of possession of a machine gun and 1 count of possession of an unregistered firearm. Everyone expected this to be the rapper's demise. Fast forward to November 7th, Zay, having pled guilty to the machine gun and getting the second charge dropped, was only sentenced to 14 months in federal prison, followed by 1 year of supervised release. Only having to serve 85% of his sentence, Zay will be home in less than a year. Immediately, he'd be accused online of snitching, solely because of the fact that he didn't get a decade or more in prison. So how did he get such a sweet deal? First off, 90% of people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. A switch without a gun is still considered a machine gun. A switch and a gun is clearly a machine gun, and a machine gun under federal law is punishable by up to 10 years in federal prison, meaning you can get anywhere from supervised release.
I feel like this goes into a little bit about even the Q50 situation, how Q50 got caught with a switch, but he got let out with probation, and people was trying to say that he snitched and this, that, and the third, which was not true. I know. Let's just keep going. Hold on.
A probation to the max 10 years, depending on a few different factors. But as soon as the internet hears 10, they assume you'll just get 10 years for a switch. During Zay's plea deal, the courts calculated his offense level as 15 and criminal history as 2. The guideline range for this level scored out to 21 to 27 months in prison, or just over 2 years. Zay's lawyer would counter with a 7-month prison sentence, highlighting how Zay's felony convictions came from when he was a juvenile at just 15 and 16 years old. As an adult, he'd only been convicted of 2 misdemeanors.
I ain't gonna cap. So
his lawyer would speak on his Chicago upbringing.
How are you considered a level 2 in this, and you got 15 points if you only got 2 misdemeanors as in an adult life? I don't know how Chicago works, but I thought they wouldn't be able to use your juvenile things against you.
How at only 14, Zay was shot in the chest. His lawyer would also cite multiple cases in which defendants were sentenced to less than the guidelines. Taking it a step further, his lawyer would point out the unlivable conditions Zay had to endure while inside of MDC Brooklyn as rats and roaches flooded the facility. Inmates would suffer indefinite lockdowns imposing solitary confinement-like conditions, furthering mental health issues, and leading to multiple inmates being killed. Zay's lawyer, Don Florio, was lawyering her ass off. Zay was in New York to perform at Rolling Loud. He was on his way to an interview when a firearm was left behind, and that firearm wasn't linked to any previous crimes.
Imagine
Zay's lawyer
if
would
that had
again
a
take it a
body
step even
on
further.
it. That would have been wow, bro. It would have been over.
Pointing out rappers are often targeted for their wealth, and just 17 days before Zay was arrested, rapper PNB Rock was shot and killed during a robbery for his jewelry.
I wish he would have went more in depth about the 2 cases that he had, which made him a felon if he was sentenced as a child, or if those were supposed to be under seal because he was a juvenile. I want to know that.
With the statistical fact that according to the Sentencing Commission, between 2015 and 2023, there were 49 individuals in the Eastern District of New York sentenced for firearm-related offenses, with the median sentence being only 19 months. Zay had already served 8 months total fighting this case, and another 4 months from a state case, meaning he's already been incarcerated for 12 months. Now, the U.S. attorney would argue back, highlighting Zay's DNA was found on the weapon, and request he be sentenced to 27 months in federal prison.
27
They'd
months.
also try to assassinate his character.
He was in there for 8, so he would have had 19 months. So he got off 5 months.
Speaking on Zay's 2023 arrest following a high-speed chase in Illinois, where police found a Glock 29 with a laser extended magazine and a switch, and a Glock 19 with a 50-round drum and deface serial.
Bro.
At the time, Zay was wearing a 90-round drum and deface serial number. At the time,
oh my God.
Zay was wearing a $90,000 necklace that was allegedly, according to the U.S. attorney, stolen during an armed robbery in New York. At no time was cooperation ever brought up in this case. At no time did Zay ever point the finger arguing the weapon belonged to anyone else, and at no time did his lawyer or the U.S. attorney highlight a 5K1 or any other factors that would have reduced his sentencing by cooperating. In the end, Zay would receive 14 months in prison, 1 year of supervised release, and a recommendation that he be housed in FCI Thompson, closer to his family in Chicago.
So,
with the internet claiming Zay must have ratted,
lawyer work. It's the same thing that I'm glad that we got to see Young Thug stuff thrown out there and not just like the way that Gunna had it, you know what I'm saying, where it was really recorded and we knew what was going on, even though it's none of your business at the end of the day. You feel me? So congratulations to him. But one thing about Lil Zay Osama that I will say is that he is constantly, and when I say constantly, I mean like there has not been a 6-month stretch where he has been free. He is always getting locked up for something, whether he get off or whether he, you know what I'm saying, figure something out with his lawyer, whatever. All that money that he got, rap money, this, that, and the third, is going straight to the lawyer. Like, that's crazy. He even said, "Half 1090 Jake, look up my switch case." Man, look. He got a good lawyer.
To his Instagram story addressing the rumors saying, "Stop believing everything you hear or see on the internet. You really think you can get 30 years for a switch? Hell no. I don't care what state you in. Facts. But switches is dangerous and carry 3 or 4 years, maybe less, depending on your background. But they becoming a problem in a lot of cities, so it might be worse for you. Different strokes for different folks. I caught a blessing. Don't look at my situation and think you need a switch, cause it can end bad for you. Stop playing with snitching for real. Have 1090 Jake look up my switch case." Now, not only did Zay get a sweet deal, but he's also signed to Warner Records, could afford a $350,000 bond, and a New York top lawyer. So to sum it all up, if you ain't rich, don't tote a switch. Now I'm playing. To sum it all up, because of his weak criminal history, right? Because they're not using anything that he hasn't been convicted for. He might have open cases, cool, but whatever. Adult convictions, misdemeanors. Juvenile shit, felonies. But it's been a long time and they're trying to portray that he's changed his life and become an artist and got a record deal and he's obviously worth a lot of fucking money.
And this is another thing that I say about Lil Zay Osama. He one of the ones who can rap, harmonize, and sing a little bit. The only thing is that he's too entrenched with street shit, even when he's out of town, to the point where it's like you can't even be an artist at the highest level. He got some songs that I like, I've been listening to for a long time. But my guy, you eventually you're gonna have to change, bro. There's no guarantee that when you come out in 14 months that people still rocking with you how they rocking with you now. Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. He a young boy type artist when even though he go to jail, he got music to put out. I give him that. But we want to see visuals. We want to see you touring. We want to be able to go come up, pull up and see you. And that's the biggest thing that people forget. We can listen to your music all day, but once you out of sight, you out of mind. We want to see that new music. We want to see you drop 3-4 music videos when you finna drop a tape. That's what these folks looking for. We're not looking for another fucking visual. And when I say visualizer, that's a better word. Visualizer, that they use the little album cover and make it move around and shit. We don't want that. We want a real music video. We want to see what you was thinking during this song, what you was going through, how you imagine your lyrics playing out. That's what we want to see. Stay free, man.
Was able to highlight to the judge shows, look, 49 people got off at around 19 months. What can we do for my client? This is clearly a case of money talks, bullshit walks. If you walk into a courtroom, federal estate without a fucking lawyer, you're fucked. If you walk in there with a top lawyer, a celebrity lawyer, a highly six-figure paid lawyer,
facts,
you're gonna get an entirely different type of fucking deal.
America is a capitalist society. We are a capitalist economy. Everything revolves around money. Certain things, when your money, yeah, we know you got money, but you got a name and your name goes just as well with your money. Sometimes that shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But for situations like this, when you in a Lil Zay Osama situation or a Young Thug situation, when you dealing with the state and it's really some bullshit, the judge really don't care. They just going off of, you know what I'm saying, what you give them and what the state give them. Y'all can come to an agreement. Every case, I feel like you can come to an agreement. It's just somebody is stubborn on one side, one or the other. Somebody is stubborn and don't want to, you know what I'm saying, go with the motions. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, the judge has the saying, you can ask for whatever you want to ask for, but it don't mean you're going to get it. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like he got off on a good deal. But like 1090J said, that money is a big thing. If you out here doing what you doing and you can't even bond out of jail when you catch a gun case, why would you go and commit a murder? It's gonna take 50, 60,000 just for you to get out on bond. Let alone get you a lawyer who can actually fight it, and if not, get you off on the body, but maybe get it dropped to like a manslaughter where you do 10, 12 years versus life. And you're going in there with a public defender. Cut it out.
A lot of y'all are forgetting machine guns and silencers are classed in the same way, right? Pretty sure it's the same punishment for a silencer
are way more rare
as it is for a machine gun. Y'all remember T.I. got caught with all that crazy shit. He didn't get a whole lot of time. Everyone assumed he snitched, and the commercial on TV about tips didn't help. But in reality, nobody ever got paperwork that showed he snitched. And there's nothing saying Zay snitched, aside from the fucking people on the internet. And it's like, I personally told him,
facts,
you can't beat the internet.
But another thing that I want to say,
stay away from switches and guns.
Is that I think there was something about he would have got off 100% free and clear, but there was a safe in his house that was biometric, meaning that it was going off of his fingerprint. It wasn't like a regular, you put a code in or a combination lock. No, you had to have his fingerprint to go in there and get the guns that was in there. So that's what the only thing that tripped him up. Everything else he could have beat. So that's why he got the deal that he got, even though they do say that he snitched on his dead cousin.
That ain't yours. Higher security. PNB Rock, rest in peace. He died with a gun on him, tucked in his waistband. They just came out with the body cam footage. He died with a gun. Didn't even get a chance to pull it out. And it was over with.
Damn.
So think twice, think smart. Get security.
Yeah, you feel
it's
me?
1090J.
So that's gonna wrap up that video right there. I want to make sure that all y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Get in that comment box, tell me how you felt about this video. But like I was saying, it's all pay to play. You feel me? Even when I was doing what I was doing, going through what I was going through, I had the money to do it. You know what I'm saying? I had the money to get a lawyer who got me a really good deal. I walked, basically. You feel me? It was still like a conviction, but it wasn't like you guilty. You feel me? So I handled my business, did what I had to do, got off, you feel me, and been straight ever since. So with that being said, it's your boy Key checking in, checking out. We gone.